Well, it was just sort of a joke on physics, but I think that one of the things that's not being discussed in the community is kind of like this tension between product on this dimension and structure on this dimension. I was sort of making a joke that this is where I think we need to think. This is more ambiguous, more unknown, more uncertain product dimension. But people let too many things that are structural weigh them down, especially when they do it in an anonymous fashion. Then process can be one of those things that then they kind of pay for and it doesn't give them return. There was an interesting tweet and someone said all these Agile experts are saying no Agile, yet they charge people to help them learn Agile. And I thought that person thought that was a paradox, and that's not what I hear people saying. I hear people saying, don't assume it's a recipe, because recipes don't work in the face of complexity. And I think that a lot of what is happening in the software development space, be it a bank or Google, is there's a lot of unknowns and uncertainty and complexity. So I think you can't go to like a best practices model. You have to say, what is the challenge we have in front of us? Is it moving into a competitor space? Is it keeping our space? Is it moving into a white space? Is it all mobile? Is it high-speed transactional? These are the opportunities we want to chase. How can we use Agile methods to apply, maybe in some cases, constraints that move them back to be less complex and merely complicated? Maybe the simpler way to put it is figure out what opportunities you're chasing and then apply your practices against that. Otherwise, we can fall into the same trap that started the Agile movement, is people wanting to follow the process, assuming that follow the process equals success. Success equals success. I don't know, for instance, if Apple Computing cares about Agile or Lean. I think they just want to be Apple or more Apple. I think it's interesting being a first time in South Africa, and this is a smaller sample set. But I was stunned last year watching the feeds from the conference, and also this year, how people here seem to have leapfrogged some of the dogma. Maybe it's Barry and the people, the organizers, but the sessions at the conference are really thoughtful. I went to a session where someone was sharing his experiences and not telling you what to do, but instead saying, here's the situation, here's the experiments we tried, here are the results. And that's probably not a bad answer to your previous question, but that's wonderfully refreshing.